Good morning, it's Tanny the Canadian Stamper, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Victoria, BC, Canada. We craft every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And today I'm feeling super brave because we're doing two cards, which I'm going to show you here in a moment. And you can also get these cards plus one more for free. Kate keeps texting me, which just keeps coming down. Kate, stop texting me. I'm doing my live. I also have two classes to tell you about. I have the samples to show you, and the link in the description, very important, the last week of every month, the newsletter that goes out on Sundays always has all of the projects for the whole month. So all of the PDF tutorials that we made in the month. Plus I've started a Throwback Thursday, which has bonus projects with even more tutorials like measurements and things. And this is the last one. This is going to be a little mummy card. It's from the way back, but I'm going to drop that in the newsletter tomorrow as well. But let's get going because I have lots to tell you about. Kate, I see you jumped on because you're not texting me anymore. It was, yeah, thank you. I know we have things to discuss and we'll do that after this live. I'm just zooming in a touch. There we are. So today's supplies that we're using, Gathering Moments, and then the dies, which I'm yet to use these big, like I've used these big outlines, but I've not used like to thread through there. Does anybody have this and have you tried it to thread through the things? So that's what we're doing. So this card is, we made this at the end of September. So it will be on YouTube. This one and this one are the ones that we're gonna make today. So this one and this one. So there's that big outline of the leaf. So these are the two we're making. All three of these, you get the kits and the tutorials for these if you spend any amount of money in the month of October. So you've got 1 week left, and then the kits will go out to you. So we're gonna make these too. I'm feeling brave. It's gonna be good. So let's do, first things first, let's do this one first because I feel like it's easier. We'll set this one aside. Let's do the comment thing and tell me what's happening for you today in the comments. It's a rainy day here in Victoria, and we have a murder mystery to go to tonight. So I have to get my character, Susie Ann, I think. It's a murder mystery trailer park theme, and my name is Susie Ann, and I get to go in pajamas. So Corey, event organizer for this little shindig tonight, you're amazing because I love sleeping. It's a fun fact about Tanya. I can sleep on demand. It's my superpower. And so I'm pretty happy about my character. It's really funny. I'm gonna post photos. Lance is going as Earl, and Earl has a wife named Elvira, who's gonna be Trisha, Michael's wife. It's gonna be really funny. I don't know who, obviously we don't know who the murderer is yet, but anyways, it's gonna be pretty fun. All right, so we've got Old Olive card base. This is our project. It's kind of, would you call this a fun fold? I guess so. We've just trimmed off, I have trimmed off 1 inch off of a standard card base, and then I have embossed. So this is, you get 2 of these in a pack, and then I've just put this in. So here's a tip. When embossing, typically you need the embossing folder to go into your machine spine first. Try not to ever put your embossing folder in with this opening end first because it may damage things because the rollers are pushing everything into a solid spine. So when embossing, make sure that your spine or your hinge end is going into the machine first. Now, that's not what I did for this one because of course our embossing machine, this is too wide. So I put it in going this way, which is okay. It does make a big clunk when you get it through, but it's okay. What you want to avoid is going in this way. All right, so that's what I did there. And then we have, this piece is not sitting down. All right. So then we have little bits, which I've already cut. So we've got some natural twine. This piece is from here, and we're going to use it to do our sentiment. This piece is going to go here to cover up part of our embossing because I just want to see part of it. You could make this smaller if you wanted to have more. Actually, you could even do that and not have that one. Anyways, you get it. There's different options. Then this piece is going to go here. That's going to go with our sentiment. And then we've got this big guy right here, which is the focal point of our card. Letting the designer series paper just do all the wowing for us. Options is going this way. It seems a bit boring to me. I like the shininess of this designer series paper. All right, let's glue it up. Let's see your comments. Good morning, Terry. Say hello if you are joining, or give me a hashtag replay warrior if you're watching afterwards. Tell me where you're from, what you're doing today, on whatever day it is that you're watching. So I made a bit of a mistake here, and I'm going to show you how to fix it. Sometimes when you're cutting card bases, it's just slightly off, which is what's happening here. This is longer than my 5.5 here. So when that happens, get yourself a big pair of scissors, whoops, and then you can see it just ever so slightly. So you could do it with your snips, your small scissors, but long scissors I find I have more control, and we're just snipping off the bottom. So the fact that I'm just a hair off in my cutting, nobody needs to know. Okay, lay this one. So you get the card kits in the mail, or I'll drop them off for you, pick them up. If for anybody, any purchases through my Stampin' Up! Store for the month of October. So just a week left. Although, if you're into deals, the best deal going for the month of October 2025 is the Join Special with Stampin' Up! If you're into that, which I have posted on my page. If you're not familiar, is $48 join or $135 join. So spend $135 and you get $252 in product, or spend $48 and I think you get, shoot, I should have this memorized by now. Somebody will put it, Kate, will you put it in the comments for me, friend, what the numbers are? It's a lot. That's what the answer is. I'm shocked actually that I don't have it memorized. Or the 25th of October, Tanya. All right, so that's going here. Being mindful to not add any adhesive to our little bit that's coming off here. Now, let's do our stamping. All right, so our colors today, Early Espresso, Basic Beige, and Cajun Grays. So let's do Early Espresso. 3 years ago, hey Kate? 3 years ago. Need my sentiment. So we're doing many thanks. So thankful for you, expressing heartfelt gratitude. Your friendship means the world to me. Actually, I think I'm gonna do this one because I have space. Your friendship means the world to me. I have just the person to give this to. Let's do this. So if it's not quite, here's another tip. If your sentiment is not, it's bigger than the block, then just do a little rotate. Easy peasy. Tap, tap, gentle. Don't mash this down. It's very thin scripty writing. If you're getting ink around the outside, just don't press so hard. Just tap, tap, gentle. And we're just going to Oh, I'm shaking today. Nailed it. Let's clean you first. All right. So now we're gonna do a homemade flag with our snips. What do I mean by that? We're gonna make this. So your strip, that's good. You could maybe trim it down a bit, but I'm happy with it. So you wanna add, I don't know, some to the outside. That's not straight. That's straight. Now, you want to, okay, so I eyeball this. I don't know how other people do it, but this is how I eyeball it. So I'm kind of eyeballing for the middle, and I'm cutting up to how big I want my flags to be. You know what I mean? So then I'm coming from this point, and I'm going to the tip of where I cut, like so. Now, you could either go this way and do the same thing, or what some people do is flip it. I have no idea why, but it seems to work out better. And you're cutting again. That's it. So now, if I'm not really happy with that, because there's a lot of green here, and I'm gonna do just a little flag. See how I'm only cutting up just a little bit? And then I'm cutting again. No problem. This one is slightly off, so I'm just gonna trim a little bit more. And there we go. Options for you. You're welcome. All right, now we're gonna add this to here as a little bit of accent, because DSP scraps, just to help put a little something something in there. Thank you, Kate. $48, you get $165 worth of stuff, or pay $135 and get $252 worth of stuff. And really, you're right, Kate. The best part of the whole thing is being part of the Creative Canadians group. That's the team. So, and 20% discount. There's all kinds of perks for being a demonstrator. It's good times. Good times. Lots of exclusives. No pressure to sell. There's pressure to have fun. That's the pressure. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And so we've got some tear and tape on the back. And I'm gonna add this. I always get confused which way. I kind of want the ribbon, I want it to be going on an angle this way. So we're just gonna train the ribbon to go where we want it to go based on having our tear and tape on the back. This is optional if you have patience to fuss with this. And another loop. Ooh, and one more. I want them to kind of be together. Yep. All right, so let's add some dimensionals. And so speaking of teams and Stampin' Up and all the fun things, we've got a team social on Wednesday evening. So we make a project, which I'm gonna post in our group later today, and it's an easy one, and it uses up our scraps, our designer series scraps, and it's a versatile design. So we've got that, and there's exclusive Facebook groups, and we've got events. Ooh, we've got a Christmas social happening in December, so we did save the date for that. Yeah, it's good times. Lots of fun things happening, and the perk of getting a discount on all your stuff and early access are awesome. Okay, that's card number 1. I will put the link to join Stampin' Up! If you wish in the comments so that you have it to check out later. And let's move on to card number 2. Hi, Judy. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Jan. All right, card number 2. Oops. This is card number 2. So these are it's 3 strips of designer series paper. We're going to do some stamping and cutting, and we're going to add some texture to our sentiment. That's how this one's going to go. I'm going to get rid of this sentiment. And I'm going to pick up this leaf. And let's do our stamping first. So I think 1 piece of scrap should do us. All right, so let's look at our bits. So standard A2 size card base. The PDFs for this will be in the newsletter tomorrow, along with all the other projects that we've done this month. Did I show you those yet? I'm going to show you them right now. So tomorrow's news, so every week in the newsletter, you receive the tutorial for the cards that we make on the Saturday. So in the month of October, we made this one. So you get a PDF download in the newsletter. We made this one, which is a fun fold. So you get that PDF tutorial. And then you get this one, which we did last week, which is a, I can't remember what I called this, diamond, 3-step diamond fun fold, like that. So you get this tutorial, and then you will also get the tutorial for the 2 cards that we're making today. So that's the last newsletter of every month will contain all of the PDF download tutorials for the month. But every week you get the one, and then I also have some throwback tutorials. So the link to join the newsletter is in the description if you want to get in on that. All right, so this is basic beige. We're going to put our pieces like so. So you could use, excuse me, you could use whatever DSP, designer series paper. And then to sort of cover up our pieces, we're just gonna kind of go like that. And then we're gonna add some ribbon. So let's do our stamping. So our color palette, again, if you missed it, Jan, that's a great question. What DSP am I using? 1 second. It's called Gathering Together 12 by 12. That's our paper. Here's our color palette again. So let's do our sentiment. I'm going to stick with Gather because it's a nice, actually, I'm sticking with Gather, but I need to add my texture. So in the sample, I don't know if you can see here, our little, it's optional. It's just to add a little bit of extra. And I need a piece of paper because we're gonna go off. So tap, tap, gentle. It doesn't even look, basic beige, it doesn't even look like there's really anything on there. So let's do, that's first generation, that's second generation. Whoops, can't see that. I think I'm gonna go, whoops, second. And we're just adding just a little something, something to the outside. So in the theme of being brave, I'm gonna go right in the middle because I feel like our sentiment, it's not gonna compete with that too much. Or here's hoping it doesn't. We're gonna find out. All right, tap, tap, gentle because of the scripty font, same as before. And straight up, straight down. Awesome. Things are just coming together for me this morning. Awesome. All right, let's do our, we're stamping still, Tanya, focus. All right, our leaves, and then let's continue to use this. So I am a bit nervous about early espresso. It's quite dark, and I don't know if I did first or second generation, so we're gonna find out. That's first. Oh yeah, for sure it's first generation. Good. So this stamp is supposed to not fill in all the way. It's supposed to, do you see the image there? It's supposed to have almost like an ombre effect to it. They all do. Meaning it's gonna look like it doesn't stamp right, but it's supposed to look like that. So try it with different colors, because the ombre will appear differently with different colors, like I'm gonna show you here. So then we're gonna add, this is Cajun Craze, but my ink pad needs some refill. Yeah, that's good. So I am pushing a bit harder than I normally do. I guess that's a good point. Push as hard as you need to based on how juicy your ink pad is. Pro tip. All right, let's do our mushroom. Yep. So in stamping on this piece of paper, I'm leaving enough room for my dies so that they have wiggle room. So we've got one little acorn. Yep, oops. See, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm pressing too hard. Do you see the ink where I literally just said, don't press so hard? And follow my own advice. Let's try that again. Acorn. Tap, tap, gentle, Tanya. Okay. Love it. Is that everything? I'm just looking at my sample. Can you see my sample? Yeah, you can see it. That's everything. All right, let's move on to cutting. Let's put all of our pieces here. Let's get out our dies. And we'll do some quick cuts and then assembly. So we've got an acorn, this guy, and then this one, and the mushroom. So that's how that's gonna go. Now, our mini stamp cut and emboss machine is here. All right, so as we have done before, I'm making a sandwich. So I did buy new plates for this. I was kind of horrified actually. The last time I used this during one of my lives, I thought, good grief, Tanya, those plates are terrible. Let's do some washi tape because I don't trust it, that they're gonna move around. Nobody's claimed this, by the way. It was left here from one of the events. Okay, so that guy's, I want less. Whoops. What do you guys do? Maybe put it in the comments. Do you add something to fasten down your dies when you're doing this, or do you just freewheel it and hope for the best? It's usually my go-to. And then I'm always so disappointed if they move. So I'm taking an extra minute here to secure, to avoid disappointment. Secure your dies. Yeah, I'm interested to know though, do you put adhesive or no? Okay, let's hope for the best. I think we did a good job. So make our sandwich. Try not to like move it when you put it down. And then we rotate and then reveal. Beautiful. So there's our mushroom. We've got our leaf, another one, and our little acorn. Awesome. All right, let's assemble. Here we go. Those are our bits. So I'm a fan of the Tombow glue. because I want to be able to move this around because I'm indecisive. So I'm using, this is a Glass Mat Studio, this piece I'm working on. So I'm making use of the grid lines to hold things straight because these pieces are going to be all kind of wonky, you know? Okay, so far so good. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to kind of go like so. Feel free to pop these up if you wish. I'm going to pop up all of the sentiment business. That's that one. And then this one, I'm kind of not going to go kind of cockeyed. Am I allowed to say that? I think so. There. Oh, so are you watching the Blue Jays? Oh my gosh, such a good game last night. Amazing. Incredible. Like, I think at least 2 home runs. It was 11 to something. It was awesome. And why was I telling you that? Can't even remember. There it is, gone. I'll go back into the comments and I'll look and say, oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say about that. Oh well, it might come back. It'll be a bonus if it does. But nevertheless, the Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays, are in the World Series, and it was awesome last night. The game. I hope you watched it, even if you're not a baseball fan. The energy and just the excitement. It's awesome. Okay, that guy's going there, and then we're just gonna do our tuck, pop and tuck. That's how we roll. So we're gonna do this ish. Now, you're like, don't forget your ribbon, Tanya. Here's the thing. I'm sneaky. So I'm gonna cut this like about there. I'm gonna add some glue in a moment and I'm gonna tuck. It's too big because I've got a dimensional right there, but you get the idea. So you could, similar to the other card, put some tear and tape on the back and you could weave this ribbon. Honestly, it takes a lot of ribbon to do that and I don't want to. I want to conserve my ribbon and I'm gonna tuck, and it's same, you know? And frankly, I have a bit more control. And if you know me, I'm a bit of a control freak. I like to know what's happening. I'm a planner, I'm an organizer, and this allows me to have control. There it is, that's the truth bomb. Tanya's a control freak. That's all right, I come by it honestly. All right, there's that. And yeah, Christine, 1 down, 3 to go for the Blue Jays. And let's break out our minis. So we're gonna add that there rather than to the back of here, because then I don't have to worry about where to put it on this. Like so. Careful not to go off your card. And this guy's gonna go right there. Okay, so let me talk to you about my classes. So the classes, the Peaceful Garden and the mini essentials, the tiny, where's my notes? Mini Magic, tiny treasures and tags, which I'm gonna show you here in a moment. They're both available until October 31st. And then we will reveal the new classes for November. But to get in on the 2 classes, which I'm going to show you the samples in a moment, the links, oh, I was going to put the links in the comments. So I will share that. Actually, I think I have one right now pasted. Let's try it. Yep, okay, so there's one. I think that one's to the Peaceful Garden class, which I'm going to show you about. It's 35 bucks. It's a class to go. And those kits will be sent out next weekend. All right, so we're tucking, you know, just kind of wherever it will let you tuck. So now that we have glue on here, if we were to just do this, like it's going to be a sloppy mess. So just pull this up a bit because we know where it's going to go, just to help it not be so messy, you know? What do you think? Do you like the fold and tuck method? I just randomly make up the names. It's fun. It's fun though. I do need one more. Where will you go? It's really wherever my dimensionals are not. This little guy is just gonna go here. Okay. Where was it? Yeah, see that? I don't know if you can see that. There's a window. There we go. What do you think? Maybe I should stop asking and look at your comments. Now, just let me look here. I'm looking here for my gems because I forgot to grab them. Let's use these. I'm hesitating because maybe those are pretty. Nope. We're going with these. What are these? Natural matte dots. All right, let's clean up our mess here. So that's that. Here's our other one that we just made. Let's add gems. And then I'm going to show you the classes. This is my take your pick tool, putty end, palette flapper end. What is this? I don't even know. And then a pokey end. So they transition. And then look at this. I have this little shopping cart and I have all of my extra pieces. It's an X-Acto knife. We've got a, whatever this is, scoring tool. Anyways, those are all the bits that you can swap out here in your take your pick tool. I digress. Here's our gems. Let's use brown. So I'm picking it up with the putty. Okay, I think I was telling you need to do this on yours the other day. So you put it down and then you could hold it like this, or you could just rotate to get it off. Pop it down and rotate. Pop and rotate. All right, let's do cream colored. Whoops. So if it's not grabbing, then just adjust your putty. If your putty is dry, just get new putty. And that's how that goes. It's a pro tip. Sometimes I feel like I'm going a bit crazy when I'm just talking to myself in here. At least I'm having a good time, right? That's what matters. I'm gonna keep life simple. I'm just doing 3 down here. That's what's happening. Then this little cap goes on. If you need more putty, you're gonna twist this down. So see how much room is here? That means I have more putty in here. Here's a pro tip. If you have a take your pick tool, I wrapped plumber's tape around this. So to get more putty, I'm not gonna do it because I don't need more putty, is twist, so pop this out and twist this, because this barrel pushes your putty to the front. And if once you have as much as you want out, back this off a bit, or else it's just gonna keep coming and keep coming. Then I do plumber's tape around there because I found without the plumber's tape, this was constantly coming loose and it was driving me nuts. Control freak, remember? So I put plumber's tape and now it doesn't come apart. That's how it goes. All right, just full of tips today. All right, let's recap. There's our cards for today. If you shop any purchase this month just until October 31st. You get kits to make all 3 of these, and then you have the tutorials too. So really, you need a stamp set. So if you don't have the Gathering Moments, you can use another piece. In fact, you could even fussy cut from the designer series paper to get a similar look. I'm going to die cut this one for you. So those are your gift with purchase for this month. Now, the 2 classes that are available until October 31st, this is the mini tags, mini magic tags and tiny treasures. It's $25 and you get 6 tags using the traditional Christmas, and you get 3 3x3 cards. So that's that. So for the tags, you need to just have the stamp to and from. All of the other bits are cut and prepared for you. It's good. So that one's $25. I will put the link to register. The other class that's available until October 31st is the Peaceful Garden Elegant Fun Fold. So you get 6 projects, 2 each of 3 fun fold designs. So here's the first one, and it sits like this. This one is a accordion pocket fold. And then this one, which I think is my favorite, is this fun fold. I'm not sure what you call this fun fold, but this is the other fun fold. And then it folds up and goes into the envelope. So you get 2 each of those for 6 projects. Plus, you get a package of the Hues of Blues flowers, a full pack, not Tanya's half-used pack. Then you get a half a pack of designer series paper and some of the paper you will use to make your projects. And you get a quarter pack of the glimmer paper, which you'll use a few sections to make your projects, and then there will be tons left over. So it's $35. It's, I think it's uber good value. So the link for this one is in the description if you want to get in on that one. So these 2 classes only available until October 31st. Kits for shopping with me this month also available until October 31st. And in case you missed it from the beginning, the newsletter, if you're not already subscribed, is coming out tomorrow. And the last newsletter of every month, you get the project PDF download tutorials for all of what we made in the month of October, or whatever month it is. So that's part of being on my newsletter subscription list. So there's all the things. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I enjoy our time together. This Gathering Moments is what we use today. And I hope to see you again next Saturday and online. Like and follow, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more and being notified. And have a fantastic weekend. Bye for now, everybody.